Happy Friday, guys. Weekend is here. DW Pastor Barry showing off the little Christmas doggy. Got the shirt yesterday at Wally World, where one of our sisters from church actually works. Sister Lisa. Talking about you. I'm getting sleepy, but a good thing that happened tonight is that we got our heat fixed. The heat that's in my room. It's nice and toasty warm in here now. It's been cold outside. It was in the 20s this morning, then in the 30s, and I don't know if it quite touched 40 or not. Next week will be a little bit warmer, unfortunately. I've been enjoying this cold weather. No matter how uncomfortable it sometimes gets, I just like cold weather. If you know me, you know that's how I am. Daily Wisdom for Men Devotional. Let's do this. I just watched a Christmas movie. It was from 2025, this year. This is the first Friday of December. Hope it's going well for you. This is January the 23rd in this book, the Daily Wisdom for Men Devotional from 2017. It's called Living What You Understand. And the quote in the New King James Bible, James 4:17, which we will read. It says, "To him who knows to do good and does not do it, to him it is sin." We call that the sin of omission. Let's go to James chapter 4, starting at verse number 11, and then we'll finish that chapter for some good old foundation for what we're going to read here tonight. I hope and pray everyone's doing well. My neck's a little bit sore. I just noticed that. We didn't have, actually, the last couple days. Yesterday wasn't too bad. We were very busy, but today for work, it was not very good at all. But hey, we'll take what we can get. Any finances coming in, I'll take it. Got to pay the bills, right? Still busy season, though, so I'm very grateful for that. James chapter 4, verse 11. "Do not speak evil of one another, brothers. He who speaks evil of his brother and judges his brother speaks evil of the law and judges the law. If you judge the law, you are not a doer of the law, but a judge. There is one lawgiver who is able to save and destroy. Who are you to judge another? Come now, you who say today or tomorrow, we will go into this city, spend a year there, buy and sell, and make a profit, whereas you do not know what will happen tomorrow. What is your life? It is just a vapor that appears for a little while and then vanishes away. Instead, you ought to say, if the Lord wills, we shall live and do this or that. But now you are rejoicing in your boastings. All such rejoicing is evil. Therefore, to him who knows to do good and does not do it, it is sin." All right, let's see how this connects with us. Living what you understand. The author says, "There are sins of omission as well as sins of commission. How often do men fail to do something good out of lethargy, procrastination, or simply a lack of concern? Solomon instructed, 'Do not withhold good from those to whom it is due, when it is in the power of your hand to do so.'" Proverbs 3:27, New King James. As we see in the next verse, he was talking about giving generously to people when you just don't feel like it. There are many complex situations where you won't know the correct thing to do. In hindsight, yes, you may see clearly what you should have done. But if you simply don't know at the time what you should do, you won't be held accountable. But most of the Bible's important teachings are very plain and simple. I agree. The Bible's a lot easier than people make it out to be, guys. There's little that's puzzling about them. The problem, however, is that they can be difficult to obey. Mark Twain said, "It ain't those parts of the Bible that I can't understand that bother me. It is the parts that I do understand." Whatever context Twain meant this in, it's very relevant here. For example, most Christians are deeply bothered by Jesus' command, "Love your enemies," Matthew 5:44. They reason that he couldn't really have meant that literally. So they withhold love and forgiveness from people they don't like. Is that you? Once you understand clearly what you ought to do, however, it's a sin if you don't follow through and do it. And I know that so many of us over the decades of our walk with Jesus Christ that we have committed those sins of omission. We've known to do what was right and we still didn't do it. I wouldn't even want to know how many sins of those I've committed in my life, but it's something that I think we all need to work on. Wouldn't you agree? If you don't ever watch another one of my videos, I want to say Merry Christmas to you, and here in 2025, God bless you. Have a super and happy New Year. For those of you who will be back, I'll see you in the next Daily Wisdom for Men devotional from 2017.